All right, everybody, welcome back to episode 2 of my Neighborhood series. And if you're wondering what this series is all about, it's for anybody who's interested in moving to Kelowna or the Okanagan, or you already live here and you want to know a little bit more about all of the neighborhoods that make up this amazing city. What I do in these videos is I give you an in-depth overview of the different areas. I go over the amenities, the lifestyle, the schools, and of course the real estate, so you can learn a little bit more about each area, and it can help you make an informed decision whether you want to move to a certain neighborhood, whether it's going to fit with your lifestyle, and of course, even more importantly, the areas that aren't. So we did the Upper Mission on the first episode, and now we're just moving to the Upper Mission sister neighborhood, still a southeastern community, and we're going to give you an overview of the Kettle Valley neighborhood. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, and to start off, I'm walking in one of the several parks that are in this area. That's definitely one thing you're going to notice about Kettle Valley, especially from some of these B-roll shots, is just how many parks, how much green space there is. Okay, first we're going to talk about the lifestyle here in Kettle Valley, but make sure you stick around to the end. I know one of the things people are most interested in is the real estate, and we are definitely going to be covering that. But first, let's take a look at what it's like to live in the Kettle Valley neighborhood. It's definitely a suburban community. Again, you have that 360 panoramic views and access to nature. Kettle Valley also is blessed to be in one of the closest neighborhoods to Lake Okanagan. And what I really love about this area is it has a really community-based feel. Now, like I said, it's a family-friendly area. This is a place where, even though I'm in the Upper Mission, me and my family come here on some Sundays just to go for a walk. It's definitely one of those areas where you're walking outside, neighbors are watering their lawn, they're cutting their grass, everyone's walking their dog, people are saying hi to each other, and it feels very friendly, it feels very inviting. And to me, that's one of the biggest draws to this neighborhood in particular. Sometimes Kettle Valley gets lumped in, like I said, it is the sister neighborhood to the Upper Mission. It gets lumped in with the Upper Mission. It is the newer portion of this area, but I think it has even slightly more of a different atmosphere. I would say that really strongly residential suburban environment. Like, it feels like you're in your own secluded little town up here. You are in the most southeastern neighborhood in Kelowna, so there's nothing past this neighborhood at this point yet besides nature and some of the amazing walking trails. But it's definitely one of those areas that's worth coming to check out for a visit because it kind of gets missed. It's not very central. A lot of people don't know about it, but anytime you come here, you're definitely not going to leave disappointment. From the park to the access to nature, from the beautiful lake views, and it's a place you can spend the day with your entire family. So again, in my opinion, very similar to the Upper Mission, but some slight differences and just a little bit more of that family-friendly, secluded town neighborhood within a city. Now, in terms of schools, you have all of the same school access that the Upper Mission has, from Canyon Falls Middle School to an Okanagan Mission Secondary School, and of course down the hill you have Dorothea Walker and McClimate. But up in Kettle Valley, they do have their own school, Shoot Lake Elementary, which is a grade 1 to 8 school. It's a fantastic school from everything that I've heard, and it kind of feels like the whole community is kind of based and centered around Shoot Lake Elementary. So it is fantastic. You don't have to go far to go to school, all the way to grade 8. It's centered right in your community, and literally everyone in Kettle Valley, no matter where you live, has great access to that school. All right, we are going to jump into the amenities next, but before we do, if you or anybody you know is looking to buy or sell real estate in the Okanagan and you're curious if you're relocating, what areas are going to work for your lifestyle, but even more important, what areas aren't going to work for your lifestyle, and you have some questions, just reach out to me at the information on the screen right now, and in the description down below you can book yourself a 30-minute consultation with me where I can answer any questions you may have. I am an Okanagan real estate professional and relocation specialist, and my goal is to simplify your transition here and make it as smooth as possible. Okay, in terms of amenities, now Kettle Valley does have access to all of the amenities that the Upper Mission now has. Like I said, they are side by side. It's easy to access one neighborhood to another. But the nice part is, again, right close to Shoot Lake Elementary School, Kettle Valley has its own set of amenities. It has its little store complex you'll see here that has the Kettle Valley Pub on Main. It has a convenience store, a coffee shop, a Pilates studio, a gym, and it does have a spa. So it does have a lot more amenities than you think would be in a neighborhood like this, which is a huge bonus for the area. Now, in this area, you also have amazing access to some of the southeastern wineries. Summerhill is just down the street from Kettle Valley, which is one of the most beautiful wineries in all of Kelowna. You have Cedar Creek just down the road on Lakeshore, as well as St. Hubertus. So you're gonna have access to that amazing Cedar Creek Dog Park and Bertram Beach at the very end of Lakeshore. But like I said, Kettle Valley is not short of parks in the area. From Tulameen Park to Providence Park to Jewel Park to Kilchenna Park, Main Street Park, Curlew Park. Kettle Valley does not lack in the green space and its incredible access to nature. Add to the family-friendly environment, it has this massive kids water park in Kilchena Park and playground structure that is one of the biggest in the city, I feel like. Again, it's a place where we bring our son here multiple times during the week, sometimes on the weekend. And in the summer, it gets very packed because it is a hot spot in the neighborhood for sure. And besides just being surrounded by nature with the mountain and lake views, you actually have some great access to amazing hiking trails. You are incredibly close to Lebanon Creek and John's Family Nature Conservancy Park, which is a giant park just on the southernmost part of the neighborhood. And as you can tell from some of these shots here, it is very large, it's a dynamic trail system, and it is incredibly beautiful. All right, and now the section everyone's probably most interested in, the real estate. So what does Kettle Valley offer in terms of real estate? First of all, it's going to be like the Upper Mission, where it's going to offer you a lot of larger homes. On average here, the homes are actually 3,500 square feet or bigger. And Kettle Valley definitely has a particular type of architecture. I would say the most common architecture in Kettle Valley is going to be that craftsman style home, which you can see from a lot of the B-roll here. But there is also some contemporary style, some West Coast contemporary, some French country style, some colonial, and of course some Tudor styles available. The majority of properties in Kettle Valley are going to be single family homes, but there is a good selection of townhouses here. Now on average, the townhouses go between $800,000 and $850,000, and the current median price for a single family home in the Kettle Valley neighborhood is going to be $1,279,000. So yeah, it is one of the more expensive neighborhoods, but I think a lot of the residents would agree here that it is a lifestyle that is worth paying for. There is something special about this community, and as you can see from this website, they are planning on doing quite a lot of upgrades to the area. Now, if you're considering moving to this neighborhood, you're probably wondering what are the biggest gripes about the area. And honestly, I think there's realistically, besides the more expensive prices here, only one real gripe that I'm sure a lot of people talk about, and that's the traffic getting in and out of the neighborhood during rush hour times. Thankfully, the new ring road going up Gordon through the Upper Mission to the Crawford Estates neighborhood is going to alleviate some of that traffic, but a lot of the people leaving this area are going down Lakeshore. There's two main roads you'll see here on the map, going down Lakeshore and going down Gordon, and it can get pretty backed up with traffic, especially during school drop-off times. And I would say that is the biggest complaint people have at the area. Besides this ring road that just got input over the last couple of years, there's probably not too many ways to alleviate that traffic. But if you're coming to this area, you don't have to leave during those rush hour times. And even if you do, you're talking 20 minutes extra to your trip, probably max. So if you're coming from a more urban area that has pretty high flows of traffic, whether it's Southern Ontario, Alberta, or the coast, probably not going to be a big concern for you. Okay, so the question now that I've given you all the information is, who do I feel like this neighborhood is for? And right off the top of my head, I'm just going to say I feel like it's an incredible neighborhood for families, people starting a family. You just have that incredibly quiet, tight-knit community, suburban atmosphere with 360-degree views of nature, whether it's the incredible mountains, the hiking trails, or Lake Okanagan. And if you want to be in an area where your kids can go play out on the streets, you don't have to be overly worried about them, this feels like an incredibly safe community. It's far out of our downtown. It's not busy in terms of traffic in this neighborhood, but it's definitely busy in terms of people out on the street walking, neighbors out in their yards, which I definitely just think adds to that safety in the community and makes this feel like a really homey place. Again, it feels like its own secluded town within the city, which is something I really love and something that draws me to the area. And that's the thing, when I'm doing these videos, are going to be neighborhoods like this that are going to work for people who are families relocating to the area, but maybe you're a single person, maybe you're someone who's looking for more urban environment, someone who's looking for a more secluded, out of the city lifestyle. And that's what I aim to do and help you out with this video. I'm going to continue to overview the various neighborhoods that make up Kelowna, and my goal is to help you if you're relocating here or you already live here and you want to learn a little bit more about how each neighborhood is going to fit with your lifestyle. That's my goal in this series. But if you're watching this, you want a particular neighborhood done, or you just have any questions, I want you to reach out to me, call me, text me, email me at the information on the screen right now, or book yourself a 30-minute consultation in the description down below, and I'm more than happy to answer any of your questions, see how I can help you out, and help make your move here as simple as possible. Again, my name is Boholij, your Okanagan real estate professional and relocation specialist. This is my channel, Living in Kelowna BC, and I will catch you in the next video.